This unit, we're covering two regions of the world, North America and Latin America. North America, the United States of America and Canada are two of the largest countries in the world. Canada ranks second and the US fourth. The United States is the world's third most populous country, but it is considerably smaller than China and India. Both countries are predominantly urban, highly productive, and very affluent. Settlement of the region by Native Americans, First Nations in Canada, began over 20,000 years ago. Contemporary North America has been most profoundly influenced, however, by Europeans who settled between the 1500s and the 1900s. North America has a vast and diverse resource base, which has enabled Canada and the US to develop the world's leading agricultural and manufacturing sectors. Nearly all the world's climates are found in North America, with the majority of the region dominated by mid-latitude climates. The western third of Canada and the United States is mountainous, with some active volcanoes in the Cascades in southwestern Alaska. The Canadian Shield and interior lowlands dominate between the Rocky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains, which extend from northern Georgia into the Atlantic province of Canada. Major river systems and the Great Lakes play an important role in defining both physical and human geographies of the region. The Mississippi, Missouri, Ohio system not only drain nearly one-third of the continent, it also has served as an important transportation network for the movement of goods and people. The region experiences a wide range of natural hazards, including hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes, and floods. The United States exerts global influence politically, economically, and militarily, although not without criticism. Its economy is by far the world's largest, and US corporations playing a major role in globalization. Canada's economic output is considerably less than that of the United States, but its per capita GNP PPP is comparable. Both the US and Canada are in stage 4 of the demographic transition, low birth rate, low birth and death rates. Although immigration in the US results in above average population growth. Similarly, both countries are highly urbanized. In the US, 90% of the population lives within a 2-hour drive of a city of at least 300,000 people. The highest population concentration is the northeastern US and in clusters around the Great Lakes. Since the mid-1900s, population growth has been most rapid in states in the southeastern and southwestern US. Despite its affluence, the US has many pockets of poverty, and the gap between the material wealth and material poor is increasing. Much of the poverty is concentrated in inner city areas that also contain high proportions of African Americans and Hispanics. The United States is comprised of 10 sub-regions, each with distinct physical, economic, and cultural geographies. Comprised of 10 provinces and 3 territories, Canada has many cultural and economic similarities to the United States and is linked to it in many ways. Despite the dominance of its southerly neighbor, Canada has a strong sense of national pride and identity. Although the country maintains an identity distinct from the United States, a secessionist movement led by the French-speaking population in Quebec threatens to fracture the country. Development of the Canadian economy generally followed that of the US, although with lag of several years. The manufacturing strength of the country emerged in Quebec and Ontario. The province in the prairie of Manitoba, Saskatchewan are the major wheat growing areas, and Alberta is a major oil, coal, and natural gas producer. Economic growth in the Pacific Rim has stimulated similar growth in British Columbia. The sparsely populated North is comprised of 3 territories whose economies historically have been oriented on the extractive industries, particularly mining. Nuvatu has created out of the Northwest Territory in 1999 after 2 decades of negotiations between the Inuit and the federal government.